What is going on, guys? This is NLW bringing you another video. Now, if you guys remember, I've had this set up here the last couple of videos I made, referencing about the whole Zach stuff. But I'm not really going to be talking about that. I'm going to be talking about something else. But before I do get started, be sure to watch the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit up the notification bell, follow me on Twitter at SolarFlame2011. Check out my other YouTube videos. I do have playlists, and be sure to check out my other YouTube videos. I do have playlists. Be sure everything I said, it does help a lot. I appreciate the support and feedback. So tonight is gonna be obviously another video. I'm kind of digging this setup actually. I don't have to get the suitcase and a Rubik's Cube and have a chair. I just have my black stand that it's sitting on and top of my tissue box along with the book and the phone stand. But I want to get it out of the way first. So if you guys saw my post on Instagram 2 days ago about the Zach stuff, I was going to reference it to that because I don't want to go into huge amounts of detail. Basically, I posted saying what a fool he was, and you really think anybody's going to believe you? I'm too good of a person. I'm too nice. I respect others well. Nobody really has a problem with me, and nobody is really going to believe that of what he said. So just wanted to get that out of the way. I am not a pedophile, just so you guys know. That stuff is for losers, and definitely people who do not care about what they're doing with their lives very much. So I obviously know what I want to do in my life, and let's get a family, own a house, get a good paying job, maybe get a car. I don't really want to drive. So there's quite a few things that I'd love to happen here in my future, and maybe even keep the YouTubing stuff. I'd love to keep YouTubing for so many more years to come. So I'm very much looking forward to it, and hopefully you guys stick around for it. So I've been feeling so good here these last couple days. I do have some stuff that I'd love to show you guys in this video. It's really exciting. I'm very much looking forward to showing you guys this stuff. I have mentioned this stuff before on social media and here on YouTube. Not really on Discord because, well, I haven't really been talking to anybody on Discord. So, and by the way, about the post I made at Instagram, if that gets to Zach, let it, because it's going to really show him how I feel, and, yeah, he can be mad at me all he wants and think the way he does, but, I'm not putting up with this crap, and I'm glad I haven't been spammed. My friend Sophie, she posted about how sweet he really was. I'm like, well, I don't like him and all, but, I hope you have a good time and stuff, so. And she loved it, she wasn't bothered by the fact that I said I don't like him, she wasn't mad, she wasn't upset at me. That's the kind of person that's the kind of friend I've been searching for, is somebody who is not bothered even by things that they probably wouldn't normally like being said, but they respect it from someone like me who I absolutely hate him, and he can call me a pedophile all he wants, but that is baloney information, and nobody's gonna believe that. Everybody knows how great of a person I am. A lot of people think I'm such a cool person. I've been a big influence on their lives. I've been a good friend to them. You know, I'm a very well respected human being, and honestly, that will never change. Like, I may be quiet and shy about a lot of things, but when it comes to how well I treat others, a lot of people really, really like seeing that. And it makes me feel good that I'm doing a good job at being a good person, somebody I should be. And which obviously I am, because I have several friends. I get along with so many people on Twitter, and I've held conversations to great lengths at some point with some of my followers, and people who don't even follow me I've held great lengths with too. And it's good for me to get that experience, interacting more. The big reason why I also have brought this back up is I actually talked to myself not too long ago about, what makes me see a person as a good person. Obviously the trust, the respect, and the care, but it does not matter if you're younger than me or older than me. I was like 18 when I was last, 17 or 18 years old when I was last in Boy Scouts, and I made friends with somebody who was like 11 years old, and they absolutely had a blast hanging out with me, being a tent buddy, because it's required. They don't prefer you to sleep by yourself because, I guess, for safety reasons, and having a tent buddy as somebody as young as they were, it helped me get to know them more. They get to learn about the stuff that I love. It's a growing experience, and it's something that I look for in a person. There were some young people that I did meet that I could have cared less about because they got on my nerves a lot of the time. But some of the younger scouts really, really loved hanging out with me. Some of their stories they would tell were very exciting. Flume. Don't believe in what somebody else says, even if the person is a very well-liked person, just because they say something so bad about you. And to be honest, it was very filthy coming out of his mouth. Don't believe it, honestly. He's just making up stuff as they go. It could be anybody, honestly, I absolutely do not like Zach, and I don't care for his attitude whatsoever, but I'm not gonna stop my friend Sophie from, enjoying being around him and being, her boyfriend and stuff, I don't want to take away something that she loves, that would obviously hurt her feelings, and she probably would be very upset with me. So, just to give some tips, but do be careful with some of the people that you meet. You may come across a person that you may see as a friend, but in the end, somebody you shouldn't be friends with. And personally, Zach is somebody that I should have never been friends with in the first place. But Sophie, definitely worth it. She is like my all-time favorite friend right now. Even though I said that I don't like him, she was completely fine with it. She wasn't mad. She wasn't upset. She wasn't frustrated with me. She was fine with it. She was happy with it. She loves carrying conversations with me because I speak a lot of truth in my statements. And I'm thinking about even posting this video to my Twitter page, just, just to rattle, you know, the people who kept calling me a pedophile, which clearly not, rattle their cages a bit, see how flustered I get them, It's a form of a way of, I shouldn't say payback, but it's my way of, expressing myself, I said, anybody, younger, older, or exact same age, if they get along with me, I'm more than likely going to get along with them, and, if I'm friends with them, I'm friends with them, It honestly helps me, to help them out, to gain experience in growing. That's why when I was in my Boy Scout days, because yes, I was a Boy Scout, even when I was like 17 or 18 years old, obviously not in Boy Scouts anymore and haven't been for the last several years. Talking to some of the much younger scouts, it made me feel good. Was I making friends? I don't know. But it helped me get out of that comfort zone because I'm normally a shy person. But when it comes to expressing my feelings, and how I feel about a specific person, I'm very open to saying how I really feel. Like, I don't let it bottle up. Like, I will tell you how I feel about that person. Doesn't matter who it is. But I just wanted to get that out there and just to give you guys, that I don't ever want to hurt anybody. And if I do, if I hurt you guys' if I hurt anybody's feelings, I will gladly apologize for it. And I hope I can make their day better, cheer them up, and maybe do something cool like what normally best friends would do. Maybe go out to eat or something. I don't know. But I just wanted to get that out there, just so you guys know, don't believe what somebody says when it's clearly not true. Because if you guys really want to know my history, as far as I know, I have gotten along with anyone that I have held great conversations with. I've had bullies along the way, but that's normal. Everybody gets bullied at some point in their life. But as far as younger or older people, I have always had a good connection. Maybe not friendship, but I've always gotten along well with so many people, younger or older than me, and nobody really has an issue with me. I'm the quiet one, but when I express how I feel, I'm usually very open to talking about that. So, I just wanted to get that out there and stuff. I'm going to make another video, but it's going to be for something completely different. Something a lot more exciting than this. But I wanted to just say that what he said is not true whatsoever. It's in a way of harassment because I did nothing wrong and all I was doing was just being a good friend, just doing friend things that you would normally see friends do together, like, it was never meant to be anything bad, really, at all. I was just wanting to, I love making new friends, and it always makes me feel good. But I guess he just doesn't see it that way, and just automatically assumes just because I was his best friend that I'm a pedophile, which, last I checked, calling somebody a pedophile for just being a good best friend, last I seen, that's not what it meant. So, I don't know if he had earwax clogged up in his ears or what, but he clearly wasn't paying attention to what I was saying, and he didn't care what I was saying. So, you know, it's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess, you know. I didn't know being a good best friend, you know, just wanting to have a good relationship and do what best friends do together. They hang out all the time, you know. Last I seen, that's not what I seen for the definition of a pedophile. So don't believe in what he says, because so many people have so much valid respect for me, you know, in school, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Discord. I've met so many people, and they really love what I do, and they love how positive a person I am to them. They love how much respect I show, you know. Only trust the people you know. That, like, is... Sophie was meant to be a good friend for me. Zach was not. Despite them both being 15 years old, Sophie is not bothered by it. She loves that I'm her best friend. She loves how much I help her out when she is in a very down feeling. I am always there to help her out. And she loves that out of me. Zach was the complete opposite. Only trust the people you know are going to respect you 100% of the way, as well as trust. So, my dad was right, and I even came to the conclusion that it was a bad idea to be friends with Zach in the first place. Because he is known for being stubborn, he is known for being cocky, he's known for only caring about himself. I will be posting this video to Twitter, and if I get any more comments, I'm going to be like, you know, last I checked, being a best friend is not what I see in the description for a pedophile. No, it's not. And like I said, all I was trying to do was just being a good friend and, you know, treating him with respect, treating him with care and trust, you know, because that's what a friend should do, and that's what I was doing until he backstabbed me just because of my age. You know, if it really bothered him so much, then why didn't he just tell me in the first place? I would have been totally fine if he would have told me he just didn't want to be friends with me anymore. Or if he would have seen my age at first, because it's in my Twitter bio, you know, he should have been just like, hey, you know, you're 21, I'm 15, maybe we should not be friends. It may just be for the better, you know. The biggest problem I had with Zach was definitely, he never took anything seriously, and he worded a lot of his statements in kind of a rude manner, and never in a more organized and respectful manner of, you know, saying just, hey, you know, you're 21, I'm 15, I don't think it's a good idea we should be friends, you know. Be charismatic about the things you say. And don't ever, if somebody wants to be your friend and then you find out later that they wanted to use you the whole time, which was 100% not my thought process. My thought process was just being a really great friend, you know. I have a good history with friends, you know, and so many people have so much respect for me. And I feel good about it, of course. You know, it makes me feel good as a person. Like, I'm doing a good job. Like, he clearly didn't see it that way, so, you know, he can throw a temper tantrum all he wants, but all the stuff he was saying is baloney. Seriously, like, none of the stuff he said is true about me. You know, sometimes going for a younger audience, you know, sometimes I work better with younger people to help them grow, you know, make them being a better person. Sometimes I work better with older people. You know, I have a friend who's 30 years old and we get along just fine, and I've helped him out in situations like life or death situations, and I've saved his life, and he's really appreciated me for it. I'm always open to helping out anybody who needs that help or needs that friend to help back them up to make themselves feel better. You know, that they're not alone. You know, they have somebody to go to if they are in desperate need, or they just really need to talk to somebody if they're down. And I really just don't get why he acted the way he did. And it's not for me to sound mean, but he really made himself look like a total a-hole. He really did. Lashing out on me was the last thing he should have done. He should have never have done that. Because it, for one, it makes you look bad. Two, you know, coming from somebody who was your friend, you just lost all respect to. You know, I don't want to be his friend anymore. And I'm coming to find out that he's trying to spread this stuff to his other Dragon Ball friends or whoever they are. It gives him a bad look, but he's not realizing that. And ever since that incident, I've had a post blow up to 740 likes. I have gotten 2 more followers, and everybody thinks I'm a cool person. So, you know, he can think the way he wants, you know, but all I wanted to be in the end was just to be a really great friend and always be there for him when he needs it. You know, it seemed like even when I mentioned about the tornado warnings when I made that video a couple months ago, when it flooded here twice on Monday and Tuesday when my parents were gone. You know, when I mentioned to him that there were like 3 tornado warnings in my area, and then he responded and it didn't even sound like he even cared about it at all. So I knew for the longest time that he didn't care about me. He only cared about himself. You know, he didn't care about my safety. Like, 3 tornado warnings in my area, that's like scaring me, because I'm not afraid of thunderstorms, but with tornadic thunderstorms, it's another story. You know, I'm definitely afraid of tornadic thunderstorms. I mean, last Wednesday, definitely could have had that happen. Over 215,000 people lost power because wind speeds were like hurricane category, like 1 strength of winds. Like, it was so bad. Like, it could have easily have formed a tornado, which there was 1 tornado, but in Iowa, but I don't think there were any damages last I heard. But it just didn't seem like he cared about my safety at all when I mentioned that. And that made me upset on the inside, because I knew in the end he didn't care for me. He didn't care about me, because what I was speaking was facts. You know? I'm not normally one person who's open about telling their emotions or feelings. But with him, I'm not afraid to lash out on him for the things that he said. And I still have a right to be upset, but as it has progressed, I have not been attacked and harassed. I'm pretty much being it's like harassment. Like, I'm doing something that I didn't even do. know, I can't control age. You know, age is an uncontrollable thing. As time goes on, you get older. You don't get any younger. Even though some people wish they could be back in their younger days. But, you know, it's... Trust the people you know you can trust. Lesson learned. So I just wanted to get that through. That these last couple of days have been pretty solid for me. You know, been watching the Olympics with my mom. You know, watching America getting all these gold medals. It makes this country look pretty dang awesome. You know, just seeing world records being broken, even by other countries too. You know, it's pretty cool seeing people from other countries, you know, break records. Always a wonderful thing to see, good sportsmanship. So, I just wanted to get this message out to you guys about that, on how I'm doing. I am doing wonderful, by the way. I have been sleeping like a baby. I've been sleeping 9-10 hours a night here. So, I just wanted to give you guys an update. But, you know, Zach was not made to be my friend, and you know what? I'm not going to throw a temper tantrum about it, because honestly, it's not really a huge loss at all. I knew it was coming. I just knew it was coming. You know, I tend to have a feeling of knowing if something is going to happen in the future, and I just knew after the tornado warnings post that I made, I knew in the end he didn't care for me. I just knew it. So, and people saying that, you know, I'm afraid of him and of being blasted. I'm not afraid of Zach, guys. I really am not. He really doesn't scare me, to be honest. And if anything, he should be afraid, because I live rent-free in his head. That is one of the things that I did say somewhere privately. So, I'm not afraid of him, and I never have, and I never will be. You know, I don't care if he's taller than me. I don't care if he's got more strength than me. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. But, yeah, that's, that about wraps up this video. I haven't really talked about it on social media since it happened, because I've been trying to focus more on positive things and other things that I like. So, you know, just trying to keep positivity levels high right now, and they have been for the last couple days. Hope to keep it that way. I won't name the title of this video anything like inappropriate or anything that's gonna make it seem like I'm being offensive to him. But I'm just gonna, you know, prepare for the best, prepare for the worst, because I know I'm gonna get attacked again. I just know it. You know, it doesn't make me look bad, it makes them look bad, if anything. Just don't believe those people. They're hating on me, you know. They know I'm a good person, but they're only just, you know, honestly, I think Zach is the one who should be afraid of me. He hasn't even come straight forward and hasn't even apologized. Even though I have him blocked, he hasn't even come close to willing to apologize for his actions. And you know what? It's not gonna happen, right? It's not gonna happen. No. I really honestly don't need help with it. You know, I think I can handle the rest of this myself. But if you guys did want to help me out anyway, feel free. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. I don't want other people getting involved in something that they were never a part of to begin with. But I think this is something that needs to be handled between me and him, but honestly, I don't see anything being resolved anytime soon. I think it's for the best, you know. I don't want to be friends with him. You know, he clearly wants to call me something that I'm not. So, this video will be going to Twitter, so if I get anything hatred, you know, I'm going to defend myself real well. And this is my way of defending myself in a more positive way and not a negative way. I'm not looking for a fight. I'm not looking for making a scene out of it. I'm not looking for it as engagement farming or a publicity stunt. You know, it's really how I feel. You know, it's me sharing my feelings about how the situation was and how I feel about Zach. Personally, I don't care for him. I don't like him after the way he treated me and calling me something that I'm not. You know, it's just not cool whatsoever, you know. Falsely misspreading misinformation, you know, something like that is something you shouldn't do. And if I saw him in person, I'd get straight to the point. Would I get physical? More or less with my words than I would with my, you know, fists. But as far as physically attacking, I would not do that. But if I was in my younger years, back when I was still in like late stages in elementary, early stages in middle school, you know, back to my younger ages, back to my really, really bad times that I had, okay, maybe I would, but as much as I've grown and have matured over the years and have made so many friends and so many people who love and respect and care so deeply about me, I would not attack him physically, but verbally it would be different. I wouldn't make any like death threats because that's going too far, and I would never do that either. So this video is going to Twitter, and I'm anxious to see how it's gonna be, you know. I'm preparing for the worst. I know who I'm dealing with, and if it's a one-man army for me, you know, I'm not afraid to put up a fight against bigger people, and I'm not afraid of defending myself and sharing how I feel. Take note, please. You know, always stand up for yourself if somebody says something that is not factually true about you. Stand up for yourself, be strong, be tough, don't let it get to your head. If you have a couple friends or family, talk it out, help them. They can maybe help you out if they need it, if you need it. I went to my family and Sophie for help, and it's really paid off. So that's about all I got in this video. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow me, or check out my YouTube videos. I do playlists. Comment, subscribe, leave a like, hit up that notification bell so you guys can get notifications when I upload. Thank you guys so much for for standing up for me. You know, this is something that I've never had happen to me. It feels good to have people who really enjoy the kind of person that I really am. It makes me feel really good about myself, and you know what? I really, really appreciate everything that comes from every single one of you. It helps, and it makes me feel better instantly. But be sure to check out all my YouTube videos. I do have playlists, and like I said, preparing for the worst because I know something is going to happen. It's just how I feel. You know? Not sending any death threats because that's a horrible thing to do. Not gonna physically attack anybody because that's horrible. And you know, that's just not me. That's nothing I would ever do to somebody. Not that person. Would never hurt anybody. But I have the right to be angry. And be sure to do everything I just said. It does help out a lot. I always appreciate support and feedback. It always helps so much, and I appreciate it. From everybody who supports this channel, anybody who follows me on Twitter, and anybody who is a great friend of mine. So, thanks so much for helping me out, guys. It has been nice. But anyway, I will be posting this video onto YouTube first, and then Twitter, and then I'm gonna remove. Well, no. If I remove the video, then there'd be no way of accessing it from Twitter. So, but anyway, that's gonna do it for me. So, this is NLW saying, catch you guys on the next one.